Let's go through the code 2217. Find a palindrome with fixed length. So it gives us a length of which will be um, the length of our palindrome, and it gives us a query. So, for example, query one, if we choose one, that means we want to find the first smallest palindrome which has length 3, and 2 is 111, and the 90 is for the length is 3 is 999. So it retain a long array. So for example, if we query that is 91, we'll return -1 if no such palindrome exists. So for this question, we'll find actually for every query, right? If we can use some kind of formula to compose this palindrome, we can return this result easily. So we'll find the first one will always be 1 or 100 whatever, right? Depending on the length. And so we'll see. So if length is an odd number, right? So what we do is that we just reuse this 0, right? And also we reverse this part, right? If this is an even number, what we do is that we just do a reverse and add to append to the end, right? So we know the first number, well, so what we're thinking about is that we can compose the left first, right? And then write a help function from the left part to compose the whole number, basically it is even length or odd length. And we'll find out how can we compose the left. The left one is always from 10, um, whatever. The 0 length depends on the length, right? Total length. And to 999 something. So we'll see the first will always be 10 dot 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 0, right? And how can we find it? The second one will be 10 dot 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 1, right? And the query, for example, the m's will be uh, this number plus m minus 1, right? So the first is m is 1, so it's plus 0. So will always be this number plus m minus 1. So this is the formula we compose the left part. And also we know the max number we can put is from 1000 to 9999, right? So we know the first one. So there are from 0 to 9 8 to 8999 something, right? So this is a range. So we'll see if the query is greater than 9 multiplied by this kind of length minus 1, right? This number of 0, it will return minus 1, right? So let's write code for our logic here. Okay. So we are going to have int n equals queries dot length, right? And long result equals new long and what we do is int l equals so we're going to have int length plus one divided by two, right? So that will be we'll get half of that. So the thing is that because if the length is three, right, we need this part need two, right? So we add one, then divide by two. So what we do is that for int I equals zero, I is smaller than n, I plus plus, then we're going to have int left equals compose left queries I and this kind of length, right? And also result I equals, let's say compose, that is from left. And let's put it, because we want this one to be long, right? So let's set this one as long. This can be integer, should be fine, right? Um, because because will never be the left part, the length. Let's see, the length is 15. So the half of the length, the maximum is 10. Is 8, right? So this to be integer should be fine. And let's put this one as one multiply left in the int. Mm, into let's say this is a flag whether it is an odd or even. Let's say this one mod 2, right? So if it is odd, it will we look at this as a flag. With if it is odd, we need to reuse this number, right? And if it is even, we just have a mirror append. So in the end, just return results. And we need a private int compose left. So we need a query, right? This query number. And let's say the query is the ith number, right? And we also need the length. Okay? So what we do is that we need to have this kind of 100 things, right? So what we do is that we can use power, but the power it is return double. So let's say this one I smaller than minus one, I plus plus, and then we're going to have base go by equal to 10, right? And if R is greater than 9 multiple base, then we just return minus one, right? And otherwise just return base plus R minus one, right? Just our formula. And also we need a private loan compose. So we have loan, this is the left, and this is the flag, whether it is odd or even, right? So if V equals minus one, that means the second part, compose left, is already out of range. We just return minus one, right? And let's write ln U equals 1L multiply ln equals V, okay? And we need the right part equals 0. So we'll say if this one is an odd number, right? we can have this one divided by 2, but divided by 10, right? So that, for example, we uh, have 2, 3, 4, right? So we just get a 23 out. So what we do is that while this kind of u um done equal to, so this is the 23, right? Get rid of done equal to 0. So what we have is v multiplied by 10, and r equals r multiplied by 10 plus u mod 10, right? And also we should have u equal to 10. And then in the end, just return v plus r. Okay. So this will be the code. Okay. Um, let's also write a Python code for this. So we're going to have n equals length queries and result equals this one multiplied by n. So we're going to have l equals int length plus 1 divided by 2, right? So for I in range n, what we do is that left equals self dot compose left queries I and L. And also result I equals self dot compose left. And let's have a flag that will be influence multiplied by 2, right? And in the end, just return result. So we're going to have div compose left. So we're going to have self query and length. So what we do is we can, for Python, we can just have this one power, right? And L minus 1. So we'll say if R is greater than 9 multiplied base, it just return minus 1. Otherwise, just return base plus R minus 1. And also we define compose. So we're going to have self this queue, and we're going to have v and f. So we'll see if v equals minus 1. This will be the left part, right? And the return minus 1. And we're going to have u r, u equals v, r equals 0, right? So we'll say if f equals 1, we just have u should divide by 10 first. And then what we do is that while u dot equal to 0, right? So we should have v multiple equal to 10 and r equals r multiplied by 10 plus u mod 10, right? And then we should have u should divide equal to 10, right? And in the end, we just return the plus